Canadians watched with pride as the softball team would clinch its first ever Olympic medal. For BC's own Danielle Lawrie-Locke and her teammates, the tournament will forever be remembered for its ups and its downs, but mainly their resilience. Oh, and that beautiful new piece of hardware.
Japan would eventually go on to win gold. I am absolutely fascinated with athletes who can just shake it off. I mean, I have a bad update and 3 hours later I can start speaking again. But you guys have a result that you don't want and you bounce right back, and you clearly did. How do you do it? What do you all say to each other in that room?
Honestly, that was probably the hardest loss that I've ever been a part of in my life. Like, thinking of all the losses, and there's been a lot of them, like that one tore my heart out. The one thing that we had to do as a team is like, we had to feel every emotion of that, because you can't cover that up. You can't be like, oh yeah, okay, move on, next game, because our training over the course of the last 4 years has been eyes on winning an Olympic gold medal. Like, it has. So when you know that that's not even an opportunity anymore and you lose it and it's that close, like, it was just giving ourselves that 5 to 6 hour window to feel however you want to feel about it. You want to feel sad and you want to cry, that's totally okay. For me, hearing her say, like, you know, you can't win gold, but you still have an opportunity to win an Olympic medal. Like, I was like, damn straight, boo. Like, I am not getting off a plane unless I have a medal around my neck. Like, I cannot do that. Number one, for our country, with how well prepared we were. But number two, for my little kids, and knowing how much I've had to choose to be away from them 70 plus days. Like, I need some hardware.
For Mexico and your mindset when you guys were tied up, like, what is going through your mind?
There was a couple times in the seventh inning, that last inning, where like I felt my hand shaking, and I had to like remember like my sports psych stuff with Ken Revisa, who passed away a couple of years ago. But I just had to remember, like, dude, work your process, take a deep breath. Like, the game doesn't change because there's, you know, it's a 1-run game. Like, your job is to focus on every single pitch. If I'm looking at or thinking about too many things, I'm not in control of what I can do. And you feel it. You're like, damn, we're like 2 outs away from winning. Like, so you kind of get those shaky nerves. But it was a good nerves, a good adrenaline to kind of, I think, add another mile per hour or two. But it was by far the most nervous that I've ever been. It reminded me of the national championship game in 2009 with the Huskies, that same thing, 3-2 game, last inning. Like, you're juiced, you're proud. And you just feel that moment. And if you could bottle up the emotions of it, like, that's why high level athletes play. Those feelings, you internalize and you love that. And then when we won after, I mean, it's almost like the world stood still for like 5 minutes of just like complete, like, knowing everyone in your life is so happy for you, knowing that like everyone is healthy and everyone that you love is okay. And you're just invested and you're loving it. And it was just a really proud moment that I'll remember forever.
What's next for Danielle? She says she is thrilled with her entire softball career and is ready to move on to the next chapter. For City News, I'm Sportsnet 650's Caroline Frolick.